Curtains rise on a parlor of gold. 21 years and the story's been told. In the hush of the valley, the weight of the name Hartfield is frozen, a beautiful frame. Miss Taylor's gone to a house of her own. A seed that I planted, a harvest I've sown. I am the architect, steady and slight, turning the shadows to porcelain light. Handsome, clever and rich, the sovereign of every ditch and every hedge. I hold the compass, I stand at the edge of a world that is small, but it's mine to command. The heart is a map drawn by my own hand. Highbury sleeps in the palm of my reach. The lessons of love are the ones that I teach. My father is fretting the chill in the air. I offer a shawl and a comfort to spare. We are the gentry of stagnant delight. No clouds in the morning, no ghosts in the night. Mr. Knightley may lecture his brow in a crease, but I am the mistress of Highbury's peace. I see every move before it is made, the queen of a sun-dappled soft masquerade. It's a dangerous game to be perfectly right, to never have trembled or bled in the light. But why should I change when the mirror agrees? The world is a garden and I am the breeze. Handsome, clever and rich, the sovereign of every ditch and every hedge. I hold the compass, I stand at the edge of a world that is small, but it's mine to command. The heart is a map drawn by my own hand. Highbury sleeps in the palm of my reach. The lessons of love are the ones that I teach. Come out of the parlor, come out of the rain. You're a beautiful vessel, a soft level plain. There's a smell of the stable on your cotton sleeves, of abbey mill dirt and the falling of leaves. But Robert is common, a laboring sound. We'll bury his name in the fallowest ground. I'll give you my vision, I'll give you my eyes. We'll dress up your spirit in noble disguise. I am the sculptor, you are the clay. I'll wash all the natural daughter away. A stroke of the brush, a tilt of the head. Forget every word that the farmer has said. We're rewriting the blood, we're refining the bone. You'll be the finest thing I've ever known. In Harriet's Erasure, a lady is grown. Look into the blue. Is that a reflection or something I drew? The vicar is watching, the bait has been cast. The ghost of the farmyard is fading at last. Don't look at the dirt, Harriet, look at the spire. I'm lifting your feet from the mud and the mire. It's for your own good that I'm making you new, to fit in the space that I've carved out for you. Robert is nothing, the vicar is all. Robert is nothing, the vicar is all. Scrape back the memories, watch how they fall, watch how they fall. I am the sculptor, you are the clay. I'll wash all the natural daughter away. A stroke of the brush, a tilt of the head. Forget every word that the farmer has said. We're rewriting the blood, we're refining
flip of a paper, a handwritten line, a charade for a lady, a secret design. My first and my second, a courtly display. The vicar is bowing, he's leading the way. Harriet's blushing, she's lost in the prose, thinking it's for her, the narcissus grows. But I see the subtext, I see through the ink. He's closer to winning than even I think. It's a riddle, it's a game, it's a social machine. The space in the middle, the yes in between. Oh, the vicar is climbing his boots on the stairs. He's weaving his nets through our parlor room chairs. And I am the witness, the genius of two, mapping the heart of a man I misknew. The flutes start to flutter, the cello is fast. How long can this comedy, this confidence last? He looks at me strangely, a shark in the pews, but I'm far too busy to look for the clues. I've decided his fate, I've dictated his love. He's the hawk in the garden and she is the dove. Keep solving the puzzle, keep turning the page. We're all just performers on my little stage. Courtship is the answer, or so I assume. It's filling the corners, it's filling the room. But who is the target and who is the prize? The truth is a spark in his hungry dark eyes. It's a riddle, it's a game, it's a social machine. The space in the middle, the yes in between. Oh, the vicar is climbing his boots on the stairs. He's weaving his nets through our parlor room chairs. And I am the witness, the genius of two, mapping the heart of a man I misknew.
The party is over, the snow's coming down. A white velvet burial for all of the town. The carriage is narrow, the air is too thin. I'm trapped in the velvet with him and his sin. He's smelling of wine and a desperate greed, and he's speaking a language I never did read. Miss Woodhouse, he whispers, the name is a knife. He's asking for me to be part of his life. Cold glass and crimson, the fog on the pane. The blood in my temple is a rhythmic disdain. The wheels are still turning, the night is a cage. He's ripped out the ending and rewritten the page. I wanted for Harriet, he wanted for gold. The carriage is freezing, but I am more cold. I never cared for her, he says with a sneer. The arrogance ringing so sharp and so clear. He thinks I'm his equal in social deceit, that I've been the one leading him to my feet. The shock is a physical, sickening weight. The architect's fallen, it's suddenly late. I've ruined her chance places I've broken her heart, and I didn't see it. I wasn't that smart. Stop the horses, let me out in the drift. Feel the tectonic, the terrible shift. The infallible llama is lost in the white, blind to the predator, blind to the light. Cold glass and crimson, the fog on the pane. The blood in my temple is a rhythmic disdain. The wheels are still turning, the night is a cage. He's ripped out the ending and rewritten the page. I wanted for Harriet, he wanted for gold. The carriage is freezing, but I am more cold. The door slams shut. The silence is black. There's no way forward. There's no way back.
The carriage wheels are singing on the London road, a lightened step to lift the heavy Hartfield load. He brings the scent of modern air and metropolitan grace. A velvet mask fixed firmly on a very handsome face. He's the letter long delayed, the son we've never seen, the perfect leading man to grace our insular scene. Oh, the heir to Enscombe has come to play, to turn the Highbury blue to gold and grey, with a wink for the parlour and a wit like a blade. Everything's a game, everything's a charade. He's kinetic, he's magnetic, he's a beautiful eye, the brightest spark beneath our stagnant sky. He dances through the etiquette, he skips the boring parts, a clever way of shattering our unsuspecting hearts. He speaks of Weymouth waters and the duty to his name, but his eyes are always hunting for a different kind of game. He's a mirror for my vanity, he knows just what to say, while the shadows of his secrets are 1,000 miles away. Is it duty? Or is it desire? Is he warming his hands or starting a fire? He's a whirlwind in a teacup, a fever in the hall, the one who makes us feel so large before he makes us fall. Oh, the heir to Enscombe has come to play, to turn the Highbury blue to gold and grey, with a wink for the parlour and a wit like a blade. Everything's a game, everything's a charade. He's kinetic, he's magnetic, he's a beautiful eye, the brightest spark beneath our stagnant sky. Brisk and mercurial, watch him spin. The dance is starting, let the air in. Just a breath of fresh air, or a storm coming in.
She moves across the carpet like a ghost in silk and lace, with a devastating stillness and a terrifying face. Too perfect in her silence, too accomplished in her tone. She's a kingdom built of secrets that she governs all alone. The orphan with the aura of a fallen, frozen queen, the most beautiful obstruction that I have ever seen. Jane, you're a shadow in the corner of the room, a quiet note of mourning, a sophisticated gloom. You're the reserve that I can't break, the wall I can't climb over, a haunting hollow presence on our polished parlor floor. Oh Jane, what are you hiding in the spaces of your breath? Is your elegance a prison? Is your patience a slow death? She plays the keys with precision that feels like a rebuke. Every movement is a lesson from a dusty etiquette book. I invent a scandalous story just to feel I have the lead, to find a crack within the armor, a wound that I can feed. But she sits there in her paleness, wrapped in mystery and pride, with the map of her intentions buried deep and dark inside. The governess is waiting, the poverty is near, but she doesn't show the trembling, she doesn't show the fear, just alone, a bow crying in a cold and empty hall, while I throw my petty pebbles at her impenetrable wall. Jane, you're a shadow in the corner of the room, a quiet note of mourning, a sophisticated gloom. You're the reserve that I can't break, the wall I can't climb over, a haunting hollow presence on our polished parlor floor. Oh Jane, you're a shadow in the corner of the room. Jane, you're a shadow in the corner of the room, a quiet note of mourning, a sophisticated gloom. You're the reserve that I can't break, the wall I can't climb over, a haunting hollow presence on our polished parlor floor. She's a ghost in the parlor, and I'm the one haunted. A broadwood in the drawing room, a marvel made of wood, arrived without a signature, as if someone understood. The silence of a cottage, the lack of ivory keys, it crossed the county borders like a whisper on the breeze. Frank and I, we whisper, we speculate, we sneer, we build a bridge of malice out of everything we hear. Who sent the secret harmonies? Who paid the silent price? Was it a gesture of devotion or or a cold and calculated vice. The hammer strike the wire, the melody is tight, a gift that came in darkness to be played within the light. Oh, the mystery of the music, the scandal in the tone, an unsigned map to a heart we've never known. She plays it with a passion that she usually denies, with a frantic kind of hunger reflected in her eyes. Is it Dixon from the Highlands? Is it guilt across the sea? We laugh at her expense, such a cruel and clever spree. The piano sounds so distant, like it's hurt to a thick wall of virtuosic warning that we're headed for a fall. Every chord is a question, every trill is a trap. We're tracing out the edges of a secret on the map, but the wood is cold and heavy and the truth is under lock, and the rhythm of our guessing is the ticking of a clock. Who sent the secret harmonies? Who paid the silent price? Was it a gesture of devotion or a cold and calculated vice? The hammer strike the wire, the melody is tight, a gift that came in darkness to be played within the light. Play on, Jane, play on, while we guess the name of the one who's gone. It's a beautiful instrument for a very ugly game. The sun is a weight, a golden oppression, pressing the wit from the clever and proud. We sit on the ridge in a staged procession, while the heat hums a dirge, uncomfortably loud. Frank pulls the strings of a tired suggestion. Give me your nonsense, your riddles, your gall, but the air is too thick for a polite confession, and silence is hovering over us all. Three things very dull, the invitation is cast, a game for the bored, for the bright, for the fast. But the edge of my tongue is a razor of glass, and the shadow of cruelty is beginning to pass over the valley, over the hill, where the blood of the social contract is still. She flutters her hands like a bird in a cage. Good-hearted Miss Bates, with her infinite stream of nothingness, kindness, a middle-aged sage of the small and the simple, the thread and the seam. I see Frank's smile, a spark in the drought. I want to be sharp, I want to be seen, so I let the cold poison slip from my mouth to puncture the quiet, to show I am queen. Ah, ma'am, but there may be a difficulty. You will be limited as to number, only 3. The laugh is a splinter, the silence is lead, the color is draining, the spirit is dead. The picnic is over, the carriage is wait, the taste of the triumph is bitter as fate. Badly done, Emma, badly done. The words are a hammer, the shame has begun. The sovereign is falling, scandal is breathing, the curtains are torn. The heir to Enscombe was playing a game with the hearts of the parlor since he was reborn. In the eyes of the village, a flirt and a dancer, but behind the piano a secret was kept. He didn't want wit, he didn't want answer, he wanted a screen while the rest of us slept. Pull back the fabric, the velvet, the lace. I was the shadow that hid Jane's face. A pawn in a parlor, a trick of the light, while they whispered in corners in the dead of the night. The screen is dismantled, the charade is through, and I am the fool who believed it was true. Jane in her sorrow, Jane in her pride, the mystery gift was a knot they had tied, and I am a vanity nursing a lie, while the truth was as clear as the Highbury sky. Every look, every touch, every stage disagreement was a thread in a tapestry meant to deceive. I gave him my smiles, my time, my endearment, while he laughed in the sleeve of his tailored reprieve. Tick-tock, the clock in the hallway is mocking, the infallible architect's foundation is rocking. I built up a world out of gossip and whims, and it burns as the light of the certainty dims. Unmasked, unseen, the girl who would be the Highbury queen is just a distraction, a flicker, a blur. I wasn't the heart, I was only the Harriet stands in the glow of the hearth, not the clay I had molded, but fire instead. She speaks of a hero, a giant of worth, and I wait for the name of the man in her head. Not frank with his trinkets and hollow veneer, but the soul of the county, the rock of the land, and the arrow to the heart is the thing that I fear, as the world that I crafted slips out of my hand. It strikes like a fever, it breaks like a wave. The ego I nurtured is finding its grave. A terrifying clarity, sharp and divine. He cannot be hers, for he has to be mine. The walls of my Hartfield are tumbling down, and the matchmaker finally loses her crown. I thought I was weaving the fates of the small, while I stood at and serene, but I was the blindest, the worst of them all. A girl playing goddess, a ghost in the scene. How long has he loved me? How long have I known? In the scold of his voice, in the of his gaze, I've been standing in harvest, but feeling alone, lost in the map of my own clever maze. Mr. Knightley, the name is a prayer and a jagged regret. Mr. Knightley, the only sun that hasn't set. He must marry no one but herself. clouds have retreated, the gravel is damp, the air is a tonic of cedar and rain. I walk through the laurel, the green, and the swamp, with the weight of my heart and the ghost of my pain. He's coming toward me, his stride is a rhythm of honesty, justice, and things that are true. I'm ready to suffer the silence within him, to tell him the things that I've hidden from view. In the Hartfield shrubbery, the masks fall away. No riddles to solve, no more games left to play. The sovereign is humbled, the woman is found, with her feet on the grass and her heart on the ground. Badly done, Emma, the past is a ghost, but well won is the love that I value the most. Of his Harriet, I brace for the blow, but he's speaking of Jane and the errors of Frank. He fears for my spirit, he wants me to know that my heart is a treasure, not some vacant bank. And then comes the shift, the catch in the breath. If I loved you less, I might talk of it more. It's the birth of a world and the vanity's death, as he opens the only significant door. No more clay to be sculpted, no more lives to be led, just two equal souls and the words that they said. The architect crumbles, the matchmaker fails, and the wind of the truth fills the simplest sails. Rings in a resonant chord. The peace of the valley is finally restored. Hand in hand through the green and the sun, the lesson is learned, the battle is won.